Good morning, Greater Lake Show. From the WCAT-TV studio, I'm Zoe Favada alongside Brianna Vesley.
Coming up in today's show, Wildcat store calendar entries are due today. The Day of the Dead celebration is taking place in the Commons area, and our sports broadcasting students have another episode of Wildcat All Access to share with you. All this and more on your WCAT-TV news.
The Hispanic food and culture classes will be hosting a Day of the Dead celebration in the Commons area today during both lunches. Stop by and learn about this Hispanic holiday. Pep Club is asking all homerooms to participate in a door decorating contest. The theme is Autumn in the Air. Homerooms may begin decorating now and must be done by the end of the day on November 2nd. Judges will look at each door on November 3rd and select a winner. The winning homeroom will be given a prize.
There will be a German club meeting on Friday, November 3rd during GL Time 1 in B201, Herr Kiefer's room. Plans and goals for this school year will be discussed. Attention students taking the SAT test here this Saturday, November 4th. Please remember to bring your admission ticket, photo ID, number 2 pencils, and an improved calculator to take the test with you. You must have your admission ticket as well as a photo ID to be admitted. Doors will open at 7:45 for check-in. Please see Mrs. Albright with any questions.
Let's get a check on the weather. We go to JJ Emeros for your 3-day forecast.
Good morning, Wildcats. Today is cloudy with a high of 43 and a low of 25 with a 24% chance of rain. Tomorrow is mainly sunny with a high of 48 and a low of 33. And lastly, Friday is partly cloudy with a high of 55 and a low of 37. That's your 3-day forecast. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks, JJ. Attention any student currently enrolled in an AP course. The AP exam registration window has opened. If you wish to take an AP exam in May, the registration form and payment is due to Mrs. Salembo and guidance by November 9th. Reach out to Mrs. Salembo with any questions.
Today is the deadline to submit your photos for the Wildcat Store 2024 calendar photo contest. Entries can be submitted at wildcatstore.glsd.us. Winners will be awarded a cash prize. Let's highlight the beauty and intrigue of our local area with another year of great photos. The submission deadline is November 1st.
Students in grades 11 and 12 are invited on a field trip to tour Triangle Tech in Greensburg on Thursday, November 9th. Triangle Tech is a trade school specializing in programs in welding, HVAC, carpentry, electrical, drafting, and design. Interested students can see Mrs. Yetter to pick up a permission slip. Now through Wednesday, November 15th, Student Council is asking each homeroom to donate non-perishable food items for the Thanksgiving Basket Service Project. Each teacher has received a list of items needed to supply Greater Lake Shore family in need with a Thanksgiving meal. Please take this opportunity to help those around you. For less than $2, you can help give a local family a special meal. Food items will be collected until Wednesday, November 15th. The basket will be assembled that afternoon, so please turn in your items by Wednesday. Thank you for your generosity. Each year, nearly 40 families have been able to receive food baskets for both Thanksgiving and Christmas through this project.
We will be back after this message.
The Letterman's Club Highway Cleanup is today. Meet in the gym lobby at 3 o'clock.
Good morning, Wildcats. This is Mrs. Pellegrino speaking, here to bring you information about a new Google Classroom you have access to called the GL Readiness Portfolio. You should see that in the GL Readiness Portfolio, this is a collection of career-related and future readiness skills videos. You can click on any of the posts to find a collection of the videos, and we encourage you to check these out during homeroom, GL time, or any other free time. In the future, we'll eventually ask you to record some reflections after viewing some of the videos in our video collection. You'll learn more about how to do this later this month. Hope everyone has a great day.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of WCAT-TV News. Have a great day, Lake Shore.
Go Wildcats!
Stay tuned for Wildcat All Access.
Good morning, Greater Lake Shore. Welcome to part 1 of our fall sports recap edition of Wildcat All Access, where we bring you news from all of our Greater Lake Shore Wildcat teams. I'm your host, Luke Bullabosh. Finishing the regular season with a win, the Wildcat football team sets their sights on the playoffs. We go to reporter Violet Deist for more about the team.
Your Wildcat football team has had an incredible season so far. To recap, the team headed to Joe Montana Stadium to take on Ringgold. Within minutes of the first quarter, the Cats were on their way to victory. Quarterback John Wetzel threw 4 touchdown passes, 3 to Deton Williams and 1 up to Jack Duranovich. The final score was 35-6 for the Cats. Continuing their winnings, the Cats took on Connellsville at home. John Wetzel ran the ball for the first touchdown of the game, with 3 more rushes after. Deton Williams made 2 touchdowns, 1 off the pass and another from a kickoff. Ben Beege kicked a 27-yard field goal. The Cats finished the game with a 50-28 win over the Falcons. The Wildcats then went to McKeesport to take on the Tigers. The game started off with a touchdown from the Tigers, but in the second quarter, John Wetzel ran the ball 27 yards to tie the game up 7-7. However, before the end of the half, the Tigers managed another touchdown, ending the second quarter 14-7 McKeesport. Straight out of the half, Deton Williams ran the ball off the kickoff to a touchdown. Unfortunately, that was the last of the Wildcat touchdowns. After a few turnovers from the Cats, the final score was 42-14 McKeesport. This past Friday, the Cats faced the Golden Tornadoes at Butler. Alex Tash had a great game, scoring the first touchdown and 2 more after, followed by 2 touchdowns from John Wetzel and 2 from Brady Prohovic. The amazing performance by Prohovic was recognized by Latrobe Bulletin, and he was named Athlete of the Week. The Cats' determination led them to a 42-7 victory. This Friday, the football team has their first playoff game at West Allegheny. We wish the team the best of luck.
Thanks, Violet. We go to Savannah Repack for an update on the girls volleyball team.
While playing to earn a spot in playoffs, the girls volleyball team started off with a 3-1 win over Greensburg-Salem. Leading the offense for the night was senior Ellie Snyder with 17 kills, while also adding to a total of 13 digs with Peyton Ferraro, Kiara Mongalizzo, and Mia Myers. After a 5-day break, the girls came out strong again with a sweep against Franklin Regional. Outside hitter Kiara led the team with 12 kills, 5 aces, and 12 digs, followed by Ashley Denneker with 9 kills and 4 blocks. Feeding the offense was senior setter Ava Krellick with 38 assists. After the sweep, the girls suffered 2 back-to-back losses against top rivals Armstrong and Kiski, before rebounding for a win against Indiana in their final section game. Ashley Denneker led the match with 14 kills. After securing their spot in playoffs, the girls took on Trinity last Wednesday. The close match went to 5 sets, but eventually ended with a win from Trinity. The loss closes the girls' 2023 season.
Thanks, Savannah. The field hockey team's season has wrapped up. We go to Gabby Cunningham for more about the team.
Thanks, Luke. The field hockey team traveled to Ellis for a non-section game on the 3rd and left with a 5-0 win. The Wildcats led in shots 23-1, while goalie McKenna Brackney made the only saving goal. The team then hosted Oakland Catholic for a section matchup on the 5th. The game went into overtime, tied at 0. Belle Blasi scored the game-winning goal, giving the Wildcats a 1-0 win. They traveled to Penn Trafford for another section game on the 10th. PT held a 2-0 lead most of the game until the 4th quarter, when Belle Blasi cut the lead with a goal. The Wildcats were unable to tie the game, losing 2-1. On the 17th, the Wildcats played Fox Chapel at home, but took a tough 3-0 loss. Finally, the Wildcats traveled to Upper St. Clair on the 19th. Belle Blasi scored the lone goal in a 4-1 loss. McKenna Brackney and Erin Yolowitz combined to make 6 saves in the game. The Cats then played Penn Trafford in the WPIAL AA semifinal. The Wildcats stayed strong defensively, but were unable to get any production on offense, losing the game 2-0 and ending their season. Reporter Erin Yolowitz sat down with senior Belle Blasi to reflect on the season.
Hey Wildcat fans! I'm here today with Belle Blasi from the Greater Latrobe field hockey team. Thank you for joining us. So, you were chosen to be a team captain this year. What would you say your mindset was going into the season as a captain?
I was kind of just trying to keep everything positive. I know we have a lot of, we play some really good teams, and sometimes things can get down, but I try to keep it positive. I know with Alana, too, we really just try to keep everyone happy and in good spirits and have a good mindset.
And what would you say your biggest obstacle was coming into the season?
Probably losing. We had, 18 seniors last year. So that was, over half our team. Most of them were starters and varsity players. So I would say, lack of experience was our biggest challenge. But all of the younger girls are doing really well, and they play hard every game. So it's really fun, and I'm glad to see them doing well.
What was the biggest win for your team this year?
I'd probably say the win against Oakland Catholic when we played them here, because that secured our playoff spot, and it was just it was a fun game to play.
And then, what were some of the most memorable moments of the season for you?
Probably scoring the goal in overtime in that Oakland Catholic game. That was really fun. That was cool to be with my teammates, and everyone was really happy. And I know that when we went to team bonding, we were playing volleyball, and we had a little fall, and it was very funny. That was a very funny moment that I remember.
And what has made this team special to you, Belle?
The girls, honestly, like being with my team is so fun. I love every single person on this team, and we have so much fun together. Even I get to play with my sister too, so that's really cool to get to share the field with her. And we are together at home, we're together on the field, and I think that's a really cool thing to experience with her too.
Thank you for joining us today, Belle. For WCAT TV, I'm Erin Yolowitz.
Thanks, Aaron and Gabby. The boys soccer team has also finished with their season. We go to Jack Sacrapani for more details.
The boys soccer team had an opportunity to make history by beating Franklin Regional in their last game of the season. The Cats were tied at 1-1 through regulation, and in overtime, Ben Beege scored a game-winning goal, which secured the boys the best record in Latrobe soccer history. The boys went into the playoffs and had to play South Fayette, led by senior Mike Plasko. They came out of South Fayette empty-handed, losing 4-0 to the Lions. Reporter Reese DeCasolo spoke to Coach Jake Rice after the game.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm here with Jake Rice, head coach of the Greater Latrobe boys soccer team. Jake, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. So, Coach, coming off of a tough last season, what were your hopes for this season?
I knew we had a good team last year, but we had the wrong kind of mentality. So just going into the year, I thought we could win a couple games. I figured we'd win probably 10 or so games, make the playoffs, and we overachieved that, so I was happy with it.
What have been some struggles that you've had this season?
Overall, the team's been pretty successful. We had a couple tough losses to Plum and then a tough loss to Gateway. But other than that, the team's had a pretty good year, so not too many issues there.
And then coming off of a historic season, what are your hopes for next season?
Yeah, like we said before, the team did pretty well this year and had a pretty good year. But next year, I'd say we could strive for a section title and hopefully win a first-round playoff game.
I'm Reese DeCasolo reporting for WCAT TV.
Thanks, Reese and Jack. The girls soccer team had a great season, and the girls continue to pick up recognition for their efforts. Maddie Petruzzi, Reagan Riley, Robin Riley, and Ava Yurko were all named to the All-Whippeal team, and Robin Riley was named as a finalist for the Mo Rosensteel Outstanding Player of the Year award. Congratulations, girls. We go to Brianna Vesley for more about the team.
The girls soccer team had an impressive year with a 4-0 stretch to end the regular season. Corinne Brunetto and Gabby Cunningham kept the sheet clean in all 4 games. On October 4th, the Cats lit up the score sheet with a dominant 7-0 win over Penn Hills. Senior Reagan Riley led the scoring with 3 goals and 2 assists, followed by sophomore Annalise Bauer with 2 goals and 2 assists. Senior Ava Lorenzi and sophomore Gianna Trunzo both notched goals as well. Reagan was also recognized as the Letterman's Club Athlete of the Week. Congratulations, Reagan. In the next game, the Cats played a close game with Franklin Regional, winning 2-0. Bree Hoffer and Annalise Bauer did the scoring. The Cats then played Penn Trafford, where the scoring continued, winning 5-0. Annalise Bauer and Robin Riley led the way with 2 goals each, and Reagan Riley notched 1. In the Cats' last regular season game, the Cats had a win over Gateway 4-0, with Annalise Bauer leading the way with 2 goals and junior Ava Yurko and Robin Riley with 1 each. In the first playoff game, the Cats played West Allegheny in a tight game, winning 3-1. Annalise Bauer, Emerson Shine, and Robin Riley all had 1 goal in the win. In the next playoff game, the Cats had a tough loss against Boone, losing 1-0. We would like to congratulate the team on an impressive season.
Thanks for joining us for part 1 of our Fall Sports Recap edition of Wildcat All Access. Join us tomorrow as we cover more of our Wildcat sports teams. Let's go, Cats!